My first question, what type of
Finally, Carlitos.
Oh,
Ahí párate con Carlitos.
do you see why we're doing the edits here?
Take a picture from there to there. Toma una foto hacia abajo. Sí, Carlos, grande. Antes de que bajemos más.
I want a view something.
I want a picture now.
If you look up here, this is salt, por favor.
Okay. You can go and try your tongue.
Yeah.
Salty? I see that already.
This is at the first level of the mine called Bono. We will go deeper. Finally, we'll get to the third level, which is 135 meters. It's about 400 feet underground. However, the mine has 9 levels. The lowest point is 327 meters, 1,000 feet below the ground. But don't worry, we don't have to go that deep, not today. I'm sure our trip will be long enough. And please let me start our tour by providing you with a very important information regarding safety rules in the mine that you must accept. First of all, smoking here is completely forbidden. No smoking, please. No cigarettes, no drugs, no anything. Do you promise? Yeah, fine. Another request, especially for tall people. If you want to survive here, you must watch your head because in some places the ceiling is low.
Okay, yeah.
It's good to be short like me. If you're taller, just pick up and watch your heads all the time. On our road, we'll pass lots of doors, wooden spring doors. These are dams regulating air circulation. I will open the door, so please hold the door while passing. Keep it from hand to hand. That noise is just that it's going up right now. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, Wieliczka Mine is very old. Was founded over 700 years ago, around 1280s. The mine consists of almost 300 kilometers of corridors, tunnels. You know, this is the same distance as from Krakow to Warsaw. And over 2,040 chambers. So it's like a huge underground maze, city under the city. But don't be scared, please. Don't have to visit Holy Mine. Yet today, I will show you less than 1% of the mine.
Whoa.
So very small part, however, the oldest and the most beautiful. And just in front of me, right there, you can see the vertical hole in the ground. This is a mine's shaft. It's called Antonia. Was dug in the middle of 17th century. Shafts of this kind were used for vertical transport of miners, horses, salt, wood, and other materials necessary in the mine.
Even horse?
Even horses went, yes, I'll tell you more about those later. Horses being brought here in 16th century and they spent their whole lives in the mine. Now it's just a part of the ventilation system, that's why it's so windy here. Can you feel the fresh air? Great, it comes just from outside. I hope you're not too cold, are you? No. Fine. The
It's a stone or it's a salt? In the road?
the grey rock around us, not just a rock salt. It's a kind of the rock salt. Yeah. But it also contains salt. As after now it's just a part of the ventilation system. The temperature mine is constant all year round between 14 to 16 degrees Celsius. This part of the mine, I mean the tourist road, is air conditioning. Okay, and if you're ready, we'll just continue. Just wait, please.
I'm kind of okay, but
Yeah, it's a beautiful cathedral.
yeah, they would be.
What do you expect?
And I request, ladies and gentlemen, please come inside. The last person close the door, please. Then I can open another one. It's a procedure. If two doors are close to each other, we cannot open both. Otherwise, we have problems with ventilation. And you know, today is not a busy day. But in the summertime, we have up to 10,000 tourists a day, every day. And that's why we need a lot of fresh air here. And that's why there are so many doors here. They just used to control airflow. Another door on your left, hold the door, and follow.
Da, даже здорово jā. Mazas un lielas, jā, lai vienmēr būtu svaigs gaiss. Nedrīkst būt apmēram vairāk kā viens pa vienām ienām. Viens saistais, un tas ir drīkst vērt vaļā cīkās būt. Svaigs gaiss, un savādāk daudz cilvēciņu. Varbūt tu gribi plecos, Lenču?
Ladies and gentlemen, in front of you can see the flag. It contains the name of the chamber. I mean, the place you are right now. This is the Upper Ushora chamber, and it was mined between 1649 to 1685. Can you imagine that all of the places we'll go through, I mean, chambers and corridors, been excavated in 17th, 18th, 19th centuries? Of course, we've got also a lot of figures, you will see them later, but they are not that old. Most of figures being cut recently, just by miners and for you tourists as an extra attraction. I hope you like them too. Let's just go on this way.
Jak seisee se?
Jā, tāds kā labi.
Un tas ir lampas.
Okay, our request, can you look around, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. As you know, it's a salt mine, but there's also a lot of wood, timber, isn't it? Well, the wood has always been the most often used building material in the mine. It was used to build old mining machinery, tools, but also just to support ceilings and the walls and keeps the mine from falling. As you know, the wood absorbs salt, and the salt preserves it very well, therefore there are no insects inside. The salt also kills bacterial germs, pollution, viruses, coronavirus too, I hope. So actually, after a few centuries in the mine, the wood becomes as strong, as solid as a rock. Of course, the miners could not use metal because of corrosion, or these things must be replaced quite often. They usually use soft pine wood because it grows quickly. And here, my left side, you can see original machine from the end of 18th century. What kind of the mechanism is it? Do you know? What was it used for? How does it look?
Is it drill?
Well, it looks like a drill, but it's a kind of the lift, an elevator, hoisting machine, a winch. The machine was called by miners manual cross. It was set in motion just by miners by pushing. And can you look up, please? Can you see ropes and the rollers above your heads? I guess so. Together with the cross, it's just a part of the lifting system. And on the left side there, at the distance, you can see a long wooden stick. It's just a brake system to stop the elevator. Okay, well, come to ladies and gentlemen. Follow me, please. And hold your Everybody here, ladies and gentlemen? I guess so. So let's just go. Hold it right there.
Oh, you? You know why I never came here before?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, in front of you is a monument of Nicholas Copernicus, a great Polish astronomer, scientist, creator of the heliocentric world. He was born in 1473. Of course, he didn't live so long. This monument was carved in 500 years of his birth. Copernicus is also one of the first artists. Almost everything here is made of salt. I mean, the floor, the ceiling, walls, the statue. So tell me, does it look like a salt? Yeah, exactly. It is. It looks like a rock because it's a kind of the rock salt. I mean, it contains pure salt, sodium chloride and seal, but also other rocks, minerals, and chemicals, like lots of sandstones, clays, loam. So maybe it doesn't look like salt. If you still don't believe me, you can taste it, lick it. Lick it? Yeah. Let me explain you something. You can lick almost everything, as much as you wish, up to 3 kilos of a salt per person. It includes the price of the ticket, all everything. And salt is all around. You can take it from walls, ceilings, but I have one request. Don't touch, don't lick any sculptures, okay, monuments. They're very important to us. And I've got a torch, low battery, however, I hope it will be visible. I'm looking for good place, maybe here. Okay, no, yes, well, I don't recommend looking for it. I would like to see the pure salt. Can you see white pieces inside to look like ice or glass? It's just the pure salt, the crystal salt. So it's translucent like very well, just like ice, yeah? It's not a trick, yeah? Can you see salt like that? It's just all around us, everywhere.
That's cool.
Yeah? It looks like a marble, doesn't it?
It looks like
Yeah, it has a very similar
Like
structure.
glass.
Yeah, it's exactly like glass. Yeah. And so another group is waiting. We got to go, shall we?
What sugar?
I'm gonna lick something. Did you lick that, Elias?
I
It was
didn't.
something?
I did the wall.
You didn't?
I did the wall.
Okay, and request, look out, ladies and gentlemen. In the left upper corner there, you can see beautiful stalactites, so-called salt spaghetti, because they are long and thin. This is the secondary salt crystallization. I mean, it's putting nowadays just from the dripping brine. Stalactites grow quickly, 1 to 2 centimeters per month. And on the floor, just around this corner, you can also see some stalagmites. Of course, all of these figures are also cut out of the salt. And you can see the statue of the Saint Kinga Kunemunda, the princess, Polish and Hungarian knights, and 3 miners. So, ladies and gentlemen, please listen to one of the oldest story in the line, a legend of Saint Kinga. You can listen to the presentation.
When a Polish prince called Bolesław proposed to Hungarian Princess Kinga, her father, King Bela, insisted on a traditional dowry. But Kinga came up with another idea. She knew that no rock salt was mined in Poland and decided to ask her father for a group of salt miners. She wished to find salt in Poland with their help. Without a second thought, the king presented to Kinga an entire salt mine in Hungary. The princess visited the mine on her way to Krakow. She came near the mine shaft and, surprisingly, threw her engagement ring into it. When she arrived to her new country, she requested the miners to look for salt. The result came soon. The miners discovered salt deposits near Krakow that gave Poland centuries-long prosperity. They say that Kinga's engagement ring was found in the first salt lump extracted.
Wow, the legend is very nice and romantic. I must tell you that this is not the as you know, the source comes from the sea. It's a result of the salt mine sea that occupied this part of 8 years. After his husband's death, Kinga became a nun. She spent the rest of her life in the monastery in Nowy Sącz that was founded by her. She became blessed in 1690. And in 1999, she was canonized by Polish Pope John Paul II. So Kinga is already a saint. Following for compliment. Just from the most, you can taste it, very salty. By the way, it would be fun of sugar mine or better chocolate
It's salty.
Dale, papi.
Dale. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Just lick it. You can lick as many as you want, she said. So. It's salty.
It is salty.
No le diste.
Pero en la roca, mi amor. En la roca. It's salty. Ya sé. Está salty.
Vagaste saltar a la...
Mira, todo esto es sal, ¿no? Pero está atrás. Ah, no, es Sofía. Está atrás. Mira, los bloques de sal.
It is a perfect place to show the pure crystals of glass. So it's just so, but it looks like a diamond or something. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, the mine is a very specific place. The English called methane or methane, in Polish methane gas, CH4. They say that also appears in coal mines. You know, the gas has been closed inside the rock for millions of years. It becomes freeze as a result of mining excavations. And in contact with open flame, the gas explodes. So just imagine in the Middle Ages when no ventilation systems were known, the gas was very dangerous. The only one way of emitting the gas from an excavation was to burn it out. And the work was performed by those brave miners, gas burners, a special group of high-quality miners. They have to crawl on the floors in wet clothes in case of fire, with long torches to burn their hands. Of course, it was extremely dangerous to occupation, the gas could explode any time. Plenty of miners been killed, so this chamber is dedicated just to the gas burners. But ladies and gentlemen, don't be scared. This nowadays our mine is completely focused. You can feel safe here and at home. Another on the right side.
Mamite idzie, super. Какие das? Чему-то бегаю с вагонетом.
Ladies and gentlemen, behind me you can see an equipment that was used for horizontal transport. Behind me you can see special cars, or on my right that station is called Schlappe. They were used to transport barrels of salt, pushed and pulled by miners, not by horses too. And look at the floor, please. The next stage of the horizontal transport began in 1860s with the invention of iron rails, trucks. Of course, everything here is original, all of the equipment from 17th, 18th, 19th centuries, except of miners and the horse. They're not original, made of an artificial material, but not salt, I'm sure, so don't leave them. They do not try, especially horse, sometimes just getting nervous and kick. It's true. As I told you, horses been brought into the mine in 16th century, and they usually spend their whole lives in a mine because it was very difficult to transport them. Can you imagine horses went down into the mine in a special wooden cages or mine shafts, or just using ropes. And horses were very afraid of transportation, so most of them were kept in a stable, so the third level for whole lives never saw daylight. But the miners, miners worked long time, 10, 12, even 14 hours a day, every day, but after ship just went back to the surface. The last horse, female horse Bashkov, left our mine just 22 years ago, recently. So nowadays our mine is completely from animals, no horses, no rats, but mice, spiders, so that is always get on. Now we put this on From 19th century, when it's also used in machines, drills actually closed with dynamite. This coin was mined in 19th century machines, and that's why these marks are so the king lived in 14th century, founded the Wieliczka University in Krakow, the oldest in Europe. He also created the first collection of miners' rights and laws technologies. Because it was a very important event, because now it's so cheap. But in the past it was very expensive and precious. It was also commodity and was used just to preserve meat. So it was called white gold. Because in the past it was as expensive as the gold now. So the work was hard and difficult. Also wages were very well paid. Miners were paid in the salt like soldiers, because salt is like currency, like money. I'm sure that you know the word salary payment, don't you? Salary. It comes just from the salt, and it means paid in salt. It's from Latin. On my right side, there you can see a huge machine, original elevator from 18th century, original machine. But here you can see a reconstruction. Can you come closer, ladies and gentlemen? I will try to explain it a little bit. So, the lift was operated by look down. This is the mine's shaft, the vertical part that connects the surface. And you see two faces just moving. Now, so this going out of surface. In the meantime, timbers are going down into the mine. So it's like a control of the balance. Yeah? Simple and clever mechanism that used above horses, but also above gravity. Can you look? Of course, they should stop and reverse. Yeah, we've got a small and very clever horse. But some of them have no legs. They must be tired. Let them relax, please. They still have a long, long day.
أقول لك تنكت ونكتها نفس ويا ستيفن.
Okay, so mine is the first aid. Ladies and gentlemen, salt production on the territory that is now Wieliczka began 6,000 years ago in the Neolithic period. You, our tourists, are a white gold. Not a salt and more. Thank you very much. Yes, exactly. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you.
A Chile ya? Chile? Okay.
Just take a look down, ladies and gentlemen, on that side. It's impressive and very high chamber. It's 26 meters high, so it connects the first level located 64 meters under the ground, without the upper level of that second level, which is 90 meters. As you can see, the chamber got incredible shape with it just at the mountain. And one of the, can you imagine that all of the places, I mean, the chambers, corridors, passages being mined, dug out, there are no natural at all. Nowadays, our mine has over 700 million cubic meters of empty excavations. And on the right, there is exactly the same machine with all this type of the lid. Remember the mine, of course. The machine was operated just by 4 very strong miners. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to go deeper. It needs to be another step down to the Krakow. In the Middle Ages, the mine could be visited only by the rich, and importantly to the public, our mine is open from the end of the 18th century, so also for a long, long time. We'll keep walking down to the watch hats.
Sanāk, šīs tēmas vienā ir uztaisītas priekš mums, lai mēs tiekam lejā.
I've told you about the gas, remember? However, one of the biggest dangers here is just the water. The salt deposit moves high. Means the fresh thing still comes from outside. And the fresh water dissolves the salt destroys the mine. So that's what is like the lowest level that is pumped out. Otherwise, the water will dissolve, destroy the mine. Here behind me, you see how it looked like the real old mine. Most of the corridors were lowered and irregular. Along corridors were wooden pipes to transport the water to the corridors to the main well. The water you can see here, it's a fully saturated brine. I mean, it contains maximum salt level. It's even more salty than what in the Dead Sea. You can taste it, of course, if you watch that. It's not delicious. Yeah, it's awful. Don't drink too much, please. Otherwise, you'll be very thirsty. The drop of this is really enough. Excuse me, you can see a similar wooden pipe on the floor, Russian, right? And in front of me, the original water pump from 18th century. It works. Excuse me, Jonathan. I will tell the pump, oh, don't be scared. Will you? So it's well with a salty water inside and the wheel with a chain. That chain goes through a very narrow tunnel under the well and it's just pumping this water up here. And then the water goes along pipes to the main room. So it still works because it's very, very simple. Payday. There's a ones that rather not payday, but it's strong. Remember, I told you miners were paid because they could exchange salt of food or other necessary things. It means that in the past, salt miners were very rich. So welcome to the Dwarves Kingdom. Unfortunately, we haven't got Snow White here. I guess she's still sleeping or maybe cooking the lunch, who knows. But it doesn't matter. She's got, instead of a Snow White, we've got 8 dwarfs. Did you count them? 8, not 7, so 1 extra, just in case. Of course, an exhibition has been created especially for children, our youngest visitors. I hope that we've all enjoyed them too. mentioned before, the work in the past was very difficult and dangerous. Plenty of miners lost their lives. Actually, every day miners went into the mine to risk their lives. So our miners were very religious people, often prayed. Also, there were many underground chapels. Chapels were created by miners and for themselves. Our mine has 25 chapels altogether. You'll see 3 of them only. This is the first chapel in the bridge with the Holy Cross Chapel from 19th century. And in the chapel are 2 wooden figures. On my right, it's such of the Jesus Christ from the 19th century. On my left, Our Lady Madonna with Infant from 17th century. And please look up at the lamp, chandelier. It's decorated with the purest kind of salt, the crystal salt. That contains 99 the purest salt, sodium chloride. Yeah? Of course, the construction is made of wood. Only these crystals are made of the purest salt. So follow me, ladies and gentlemen, let me show the most beautiful place in our mine. Another toilet is about 10 minutes.
So what is it? Is toilet here?
Toilets,
There is a toilet.
Oh,
Another one will be
emergency.
after 10 minutes.
She needs to go, so.
Don't let me ready, just follow me.
Oh, Carlos, la bolsa
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the most beautiful, largest underground chapel. A chapel dedicated to Saint Kinga. I hope you remember the legend we heard at the beginning of the tour. Kinga was a Hungarian princess. Miners believe that she brought salt from Hungary to Poland. For us, this is a church, active church. Every Sunday morning at 7 a.m. the Holy Mass celebrates here. It's free of charge, everybody can come. We also organize wedding ceremonies here. But this is a rarity because it's expensive, costs over $1,000 American dollars per hour to run the chapel. But I'm sure that once in your lifetime it's worth it. I'm sure that the salt preserves marriages and all that too. Divorces could be much more expensive, so maybe this is a good idea. Of course, the bride, groom, and the guests don't need to go all the way down like we did. We have a shortcut from them. They are taking an elevator from the surface to that second level of the mine at once. So they just have to go 200 meters from the entrance of the chapel. The same way back. I will show that shortcut later during our tour. It's a huge chapel, and acoustic is incredible. We also organize concerts here. Of course, we've got also other chambers down in the mine, in which also organize parties, receptions, concerts, sport events, and so on. Many reception halls. You will see some of them later during our tour. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind, we'll slowly continue, shall we? I will go slowly. Be careful, 2 steps are made of salt. Quite slippery. Follow me, please. I will tell you more about the chocolate.
Sticking out. I think the better was just carving the wall.
He's supposed to be here in 1999, but was very ill, so he couldn't come. They started stuff recently in 1999. When you look back now and imagine that all of these figures being carved by 3 workers, miners, non-professionals. It took them a lifetime to decorate each other, 6 to 7 years. They started in 1896, finished in 1960s. You can see door next and some white
בקיצור,
15, 16, 17, 18.
Acá viene. Sí.
A ver, si yo sé que aquí pregunto. I have my phone. Swim? Mira, se hace más
Almost walk on the water like cheese. But you're not allowed to jump into the water. Don't check it, it's forbidden. Yeah. However, I'm sure that you've seen a lot of coins on the bottom of the lake, haven't you? It's a tradition that if you want to come back here one day or just, I don't know, be lucky, you should make your wishes and throw your coins into the lake. If you haven't any coins, it's not a problem. We accept credit cards, plastic money, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and so on. I was just joking. Of course, as I told you, it's like what in the Dead Sea, even more salty, so there's no life inside, no fish, alligators, sharks, no anything. Only very small microbes can exist in such a salty water, but nothing more complicated. And one more thing, ladies and gentlemen, in the middle of the chamber, just in front of me there, you can see a huge pillar cut out of the salt. It just supports the ceiling and it keeps the chamber from falling. So it's also kind of the supporting structure. I hope that all your wishes will come true, ladies and gentlemen, but it's time to go, shall we? Yes, sir. I have looked at it, it's 9 meters. The deepest point is 9 meters. So ladies and gentlemen, it's more of another lifting system that was used in the Middle Ages. It's the ramp and two carts. They're moving, one is going up and down right now. My question is, do you know what was the source of the power here? Not miners.
Horse.
Not horses.
Isn't like the cards and sugar?
Yeah, exactly. Just the gravity, the weight of the car. I mean, the salt here. Can you see the car that is full? It's very heavy. That's why it's going down right now. And the car itself is going up. So therefore, it's just the gravity.
Kocha fizyka. Olho, não é?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're deeper and deeper. Right now, 110 meters on the ground. It's still at a second level, the lower part of the second level. It's named after Adam Mickiewicz, the great Polish poet. In front of me there, you can see the shortcut to the elevator in case of emergency. But this is also the shortcut for our guests. I'm sure that you remember, after you will organize a lot of events here, parties, reception, concerts, wedding ceremonies. So our guests are taking an elevator from the surface right here. So they just have to go this corridor to the chapel of Saint Kinga. So there's also an easier way to get into the mine than the stairs, but so not for regular tourists who have to keep walking. Good, yeah? Keep smiling, walking. Weddings not go on, but parties, yes. Right. I have many reception halls here, not only one place, but here. Are you tired, ladies and gentlemen? Not yet? I have a good news, yeah. We will have a short break soon in the Drosovice chamber, just 5 minutes free. You can buy a coffee there, go to the toilets again, and then we'll keep walking. We should finish our sets in about half an hour, okay, more or less. It's up to traffic. And then will be another break at the end of the tour, as long as you wish. Yeah, will be souvenir shops there again, toilets, playground, children, restaurant. I want to get And again, on these concepts. Yeah, let's do it. Let's start. Old one. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, look up, please. Thank you. That's one of the biggest and the highest chamber on the tourist route. We have a big chamber. It is 46 meters high. It means that the chamber, the top of this chamber reaches the first level, which is 64 meters underground. Remember, Upper Ushra chamber, one of the first we saw here, these chambers are connected to each other. Inside you can see very impressive construction supporting the ceiling. It's over 100 years old. And above us, the highest chandelier, 6 meters high, weighs over 250 kilos, so very heavy. Also decorated with the pure crystal salt. And well, I'm sure that you've seen beautiful stairs and galleries going to the top of the chamber. Tell me, would you like to go up there? Or you prefer steps down here?
Up and top there.
Yeah. Do you want to go up? No one except of miners can go up. So maybe next time. We have no choice. We need to go down. Sorry. It would be easier to go down and up.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
Okay, so once again, look up, ladies and gentlemen. It's also a very high chamber. Droslovice chamber, 28 meters high, one of our reception hall. Inside you can see a very similar construction supporting the ceiling and this modern private chamber. And a monument on my left dedicated to carpenters. We also have two small shops, but ladies and gentlemen, the door is not.
Yeah, look how smart they are. Póki ja
Okay, on your left side. You can also go to the left if you wish. Have you enjoyed the show? Because of reflection. So you walk only 2.5 kilometers. Yes, exactly. Yes, so the most beautiful part of the mine is prepared for you, well checked, clear, and so on. But it's just 1%. I've been on the level 5, that was the deepest point for me. We used to have a kind of the treatment center around 5 o'clock, but I cannot go where I was on the mine, so yeah, so I'm just on the tourist route because I know some passages connect to the mine, which is the shop or something. But I don't know, I didn't see much more than you. Maybe I'll say more about the kid. Much. We've got also the other train here, it's called the Mine Street. Yes, that tour starts with descending down the rail shaft in a little town. And it's very special because, you know, it's like exploring the mine or how it's like just mines. And they go beyond it. Also from level 1 to level 3, but this is completely overshot, like the real top mine. So, yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Your movements, good minus, yeah?
It's happening all the time?
Yeah, exactly. It starts in the other place. This is the latest shop when we just started. It's very close to this place, so yeah. Just the other option. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, on my left side is a statue of Józef Piłsudski, Polish marshal, also prime minister. Piłsudski recreated the independent Polish state in 1918. After over 120 years of partition and suppression of Poland, when Poland did not exist on maps of the Europe, so to us, the Polish people, he's a hero, very important person, but he's not important to you. You don't have to know him at all. He was short, but had a very impressive mustache. Piłsudski was ermined in 1990, so over 100 years ago. And ladies and gentlemen, this is almost the end of the tour. We'll finish in 5 minutes. Okay, and then you have two options. Of course, you'll have a free time, a long break as you want. After the break, you have two options. First, you can go to the lift and go up to the surface, or other option, you can also continue sightseeing and visit the Museum of Mining Technology. That museum is located on the 3rd level, 135 meters deep. In the museum you can see, for instance, tools that have been used by miners, lots of machines and equipment that's transportation, as well as the maps of the mine, cross-sections, documents, and so on. It takes 1 hour to see the museum, another 2 kilometers walking, but of course it is not obligatory. I mean, you can go there if you wish, but you don't have to. So let's just go, ladies and gentlemen, show 2 more places, yeah? And then, of course, I'll show them up and biggest chamber and named after Polish geologists. Can you imagine that someone comes in the first at the Krakow mine and bound to the job in the place?
Let's go, guys. Come on, let's keep on going.
Voy a comprar una salecita.
Everybody,